Hello my relishers, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rachel. Today I'm going to show you how I make the oven roasted or baked red perch. Now for this recipe you can choose to use any sort of fish that you feel like or that you find tasty. Just to use the perch, the red perch. So if you're familiar with the Nile perch, you can use the perch. You can use any sort of fish, but one tip is you want to choose the kind of fish that is strong in texture. Let's say one that is not soft, that will disintegrate easily. So welcome. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, press the red button below and press the bell as well to get the notifications whenever I upload a new video. Okay guys, now let's get started. For this recipe we are going to begin from zero. We're going to begin by cleaning up the fish and the rest. So I already removed the guts. You don't want to see that process. It's a nasty process. So that one I will skip that, but I already did that. For some reason I always feel like it doesn't hurt to give your fish some extra cleaning. And as well, taking off the scales. This kind of fish in particular has very tiny scales. So you want to make sure all the scales are scraped off. Even the head. Be careful about these nasty spiky bones. You don't want to get hurt by those. So this guy has those kind of nasty, sharp, as you can see, very sharp, nasty, chisel-like bones on its head. So you want to be careful. Usually here there's some also very tiny scales. So yeah, you know, I'm so crazy. Me and my husband, we're crazy about fish, so it's like our favorite dish in the house. We eat it very often, so and we like to do everything on our own. We don't like to buy the canned fish, or you know what I mean. So we go to the fish market and buy the fresh fish, and I do the cooking, prepare it at home, and he relishes it. My husband really relishes my dishes and make them. He's my biggest fan. So yeah. Yeah, sometimes the scales can be quite hard to come off, but you want to make sure everything off. There's nothing that is annoying as eating a fish with fish scales. Ugh, that's a put off. So I'm doing quite good. I'm doing okay. Usually I use a pair of scissors to cut off these, but for this one I'll leave it on there. It looks beautiful with displaying after the fish is cooked. So yes, puss. My cat is here busy disturbing me. He's run away. He thinks it's a feeding time. No, cat, this is not for you for today. It's not feeding time yet. It's cooking time, kitty. So you want to also make sure that you pay attention to the tail. It has very tiny scales. So I think we're doing good. We're doing good. Oops, most of the scales are off. Some people have a problem with this process of cleaning up the fish. I have absolutely no problem with it. Actually, I enjoy it. So when you're done with that, and your fish is nicely free of all the nasty scales, you can rinse it off so that any remaining scales can get off. Like that. So this is all nice and clean. Look at that, beautiful. Fish is all nice and clean. And so you want to get some kitchen paper and pat off all the excess water so that you can work with it when it's all nice and dry. So get your kitchen paper. So now your fish is nicely cleaned up. You want to use a kitchen paper to pat off excess water so that you can work with it when it's nice and dry. This is one process you don't want to be economical with the kitchen paper, because you just wash the fish under running water. So, and when it's nicely dry, you can begin. So you can clean inside the belly. So now that's it. That's your fish. So you get your fish knife. The reason you have to use the fish knife because it's very sharp, so you have to be very careful with it. And we're going to make a couple of slits across the fish, and the reason I'm making those slits is they are to help in easy absorption of all the spices and ingredients you're going to use in the baking. So you want to, I like to cut them so horizontally. So you begin here, just cut once across, make a slit, there as well, make a slit, so make a slit, not too deep. Make another slit there, make another slit, and then the last one. Then you're going to turn it over the other side and do the same, repeat the same process. Like that, like that, like that, and then one last small slit like that. Now that your fish is nicely slitted up, you're going to go ahead and prepare the sauce or the spices that you're going to need for this recipe. So for this recipe, I'm chopping up about 3 size onions, white onions. Two are already down, and there's one to go, one small one. I use 2 large onions and 1 small large onion. Sorry, what am I talking about? 1 small large onion. 1 small onion. And yeah, anyway, so, and by the way, you want to use enough onions, and by enough I mean really a lot. For just one fish, 3 onions is quite a lot, and that's the secret ingredient for this flavorful recipe of baked fish. So our onions, guys, my eyes are tearing already. If there's one thing I hate in the kitchen to do is cutting onions. My eyes are already tearing. But, and I already have 2 tomatoes down, or 1 tomato, and I have another one here. So this recipe we are going to bake a red patch. If you're Ugandans, you're familiar with the Nile patch, but this is a red patch. It's very difficult to get a Nile patch here in Europe that is fresh. So yeah, we use what is available. So tomatoes are done. It's good. And we're going to throw in some carrots. Voila! We will throw in some carrots just for the magic color of it. And anyway, I just use baby carrots, the very small ones. They're easy to work with. They're easy also to bake with the fish. So with these, you don't need to do so much. Just chop off the leaves. Chop off also the roots, the ends. And yeah, you wash them up and they'll be good to be used. That's it. Nothing special about these baby carrots. And I decided to throw in an apple. So for this apple, you just need to peel it. Peel off the cover. Now this apple gives the fish some mild, sweetish flavorful taste. Mild, sweet taste. That's what the apple does. For this, you're just gonna cut it into stripes, very thin stripes. Create some space for the apples. have your slices or stripes of apples ready to go. Put them on the side for later. I am also going to experiment with some raisins. Never cooked fish I've never cooked fish with raisins before, but for this recipe I'm going to try and see what comes out with the taste, with the flavor. I'm not going to use so much because I've already used, as you know, the raisins are also sweet, and now I've already used apples, so just a handful is enough, like that. That's just enough. And this spice here, as you're going to see later, is called sumac. It's very, very tasty with this kind of fish, the red fish, and so I've decided to use just a spoonful, a teaspoonful. So the seeds called sumac. You want to begin by using fish spices. These are special fish spices. I buy them from the same fish market where I buy the fish. You begin by seasoning your fish with the special fish spices first before you do anything to the fish. With the cooking, you begin by seasoning. So let's go ahead and just nicely season the fish with the fish spices, special fish spices. And you want to pay special attention to the slits you just made. Make sure enough fish spice is sprinkled inside your fish. And you notice that I've not talked about salt. You don't need salt because there's already salt in the fish spices. So meanwhile, our oil is getting ready, and I think it's ready. So we're gonna put in the onions. And you want to fry these until they're nicely browned. I love the smell of onions when you're frying them. And then just before the onions become brown, you want to add in your carrots just to stir fry them, and you're gonna pull them out. You want to give them that onion flavor. Not to cook them, but to just give them some slight onion flavor, because they will cook again in the oven. Time to take out our carrots. Just take them out and line them nicely here for using later. So, and then this is the time when you add in the tomatoes. This comes out, this goes in. That's how it works. So fry them tomatoes. Until they're soft. I think it would be a wise idea to cover them. Cover them tomatoes, cover them tomatoes, so they can cook quickly. And this is the moment when you throw in your apples. And in goes also the garlic and the raisins. At this moment, I will add in some creme fraiche or creme fraiche if you're French. How do you read that word? I don't know if you can see it properly. Creme fraiche. Haha! So, you want our sauce to be nice and creamy. About 3 teaspoons. Look at that. Our sauce is coming around slowly by slowly. And at this moment, we add in the sumac. Add the coriander. Mix, 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 mix. Smelling nice already, guys. And this is cheese. I'll add in some Parmesan cheese. not too much. Add some water. Now bring back your carrots. Cover and allow to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. So we are going to prepare our baking tray. Because this baking tray is meant for barbecues and other things, it has holes, as you can see, and I don't want our fish juices to be pouring into my oven, so that's why I'm going to try to line it with some aluminium foil. Our pan, our tray is ready. So our tray is ready. You're going to get, okay, this is your sauce we've been making. It's nice and ready, as you can see. So you're going to get some of these carrots and line them there, and some of the sauce, put it to the bottom where the fish is going to sit. Like that. And now you're going to get your fish. Look at that, beautiful. This fish we're going to bake tonight in the oven baked patch, red patch. Turn it around for ease for me. Dump some of that nice sauce into its belly, like that. So coat it all nicely with the sauce. And the carrots. Put some of the carrots in its belly. Open up. So, like that. So sauce is up, it's over. Usually I like to use the pan liquor to lick that pan, so I leave nothing to go to waste. So make sure everything is used up. It's used up. Like that. Beautiful, guys. Marvelous. So your fish is nicely coated with the sauce. And finally, you want to give that fish a little drizzle of virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. You want to give it a drizzle over the fish. So this is it. It's hot, hot, hot. Let's check it out. Wow, look at that. Perfect. Like I told you, the fish has produced lots and lots of juices, which I expected. That's why I put the foil under. But by the look of things, it looks quite good. It has baked quite nicely. And yes, I'm happy. So that's how the fish looks like. All been cooked. Nice and yummy. It's been baking in there for the last 30 minutes. It smells so yummy. And the carrots are soft as well. And the fish has absorbed in all those flavors, spices, and it looks quite yummy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Leave a comment below. A suggestion is always welcome. And until the next time, bye. And don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. Bye.